All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for some with some more Dakota Collegiate Rocket League action. I do have my main man, Ali, here with me. Welcome back to the stream, dude.
It's good to be back, man. Casting that DIV game between Pound Town and Rob's Crocs was super exciting. So now we're getting to see the other side of things, I guess the other side of the division. It's gonna be just as exciting, you know?
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be super exciting. Like I said, there might be scheduled Rocket League maintenance at 8 p.m. CST, so we're going to get into this one ASAP. Hopefully, like, once we're in-game, we're good and we can finish the series, but there is a good chance that, like, Rocket League just completely shuts down and we can't finish the series, so just bear that in mind. But like I said, I'm going to toss it over to the screen first. We already went over this in the last series here, so it is the same thing, but this series here will be between I have to change the title, between Blueberries and Hardstuck Inc. Alright, title is changed. So like I said, Blueberries versus Hardstuck Inc. Blueberries with a 1-0 start to their week, 100% winning percentage, absolutely sweep the team that they faced in week 1. Versus, I don't know who that was, but then Hardstuck, not as quite of a fortunate start for them, 0-1. But Ali, you did mention one of the stats there that might make this one a little bit exciting.
Yeah, both teams here are leading the league in shots per game at 8 shots a game per team. The other team that's
crazy,
leading, or I guess the other leading stat is the Blueberries. They have 3 demos per game, which like trumps every other team. So they're going to be demo heavy and they're going to be shot heavy. So we're getting a pretty exciting series kind of like just based on stats.
Yeah, I agree. But like I said, we're going to keep going through this one. So Blueberries is going to be the first team up. Ali, if you just kind of want to gloss over the guys who are going to be on this team tonight.
Yeah, sure thing. Blueberries consisting of GD Complex, Sensory, and Zach H7. I know GD Complex. I haven't seen much of Sensory or Zach H7 yet, just because I haven't looked at this side of the board too much. But you know, now I'm going to get a great look at how they play. Each of these players are pretty, like, they're decently similar. I guess Sensory doesn't demo at all, and the other two do. Yeah, really, it's a pretty well-rounded team generally. I'm looking forward to see how they build off each other on this.
I completely agree. But then going into the second team, which is going to be Hardstuck Incorporated, 0-1 to start to their season, like I said, and a similar kind of stat line here. I mean, pretty even across the board. Bean Chalupa, the captain for this team, 1 goal a game. Real Robo, 1.2 goals a game. He is the Division D reigning champion, so it's going to be interesting to see him on this team. And then he's joined by Drewski, who is a new member to DCRL. But that's all I'm gonna go over. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, Ali, for your prediction going into this match. I mean, it's gonna be pretty even based on stats, but what's the vibes like for you?
For sure, this is gonna be a hard series to bet on, just because there's so many shots coming out, so many goals too. Like Real Robo with 1.2 goals per game is absurdly impressive.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's gonna come down to demos, and since they're the league leaders in demos, I'm gonna go Blueberries, let's say in game 5, you know?
We're getting a game 5. I mean, I sure hope that the fact that there is going to be server maintenance, hopefully that doesn't mess it up. But ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into game number 1 here between Blueberries and Hardstuck, already into this one. Pretty good sense of speed here here in Division D. I'm absolutely liking what I'm seeing as Sensory gets a nice pop towards this orange net. Bean Chalupa trying to get another one over GD Complex, not able to find it though. GD off of his own corner, beautiful touch, but Real Robo shuts that one down. A little bit dangerous here for Hardstuck, but Captain Bean Chalupa gets a nice shutdown. And already, Ali, I mean, this sense of speed, I can't believe this is Division D.
Just look at this, like, get up and go type of play from both teams coming out. They're just here to trying to challenge my whole thing about not knowing them. Maybe them hearing about DIV just made them think, let's go fast, let's start zooming, because like there is no stopping in this game so far. There's been like 4 shots on net in the first minute out of Div D too, no less. This is already just chaos on the pitch. Yeah,
I mean, you kind of mentioned it, like the fact that you know, both of these teams are the league leaders in shots per game. They both had 8 shots per game total. So I mean, we're seeing it right off the bat. It's like they were bulls, you know, right out of the gate at a rodeo.
Right.
Just open the gates and let them go, and that's pretty much pretty much what's happening here. But 3 minutes 40 left to go here as Drewski gonna try and clear this one out into the blue side. Not able to find a touch as Zach finds a nice clear out of his own corner, but Bean Chalupa showing great midfield presence here. Keeps this one ready. Real Robo tries to put a shot on, but gets absolutely denied here by Blueberries as Drewski, last man back here, tries to get a clear out, but Sensory in a perfect spot there, but ends up giving it right back to Bean Chalupa. And this one, Real Robo needs to make a save, and he does. Beautiful goal line save. Otherwise, that would have been a goal for Blueberries.
It's just unrelenting offense. Oh, Bean Chalupa almost putting a goal on net. look at these. It's just going back and forth. It's constant shooting right here. This is so fun to see. So much offensive pressure too. There's been like 5 need to get saves so far. No one's really letting up. We see a bunch of offensive pressure coming out from Hardstuck Inc. here. Looking to get this one down. Ball gets cleared to the side. They still have possession. Can they make something out of it? Let's see. Real Robo taking the ball. It's a good 50 from past Zach H7. Bean Chalupa on. This is kind of, for Div D world, this is incredible offensive pressure. I think us over at even Div B have some stuff to learn from these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how there hasn't been a goal yet with all this pressure, right?
Yeah.
I can't exactly look at how many shots there have been so far, but just the amount of pressure that has been had so far, I mean, just been absolutely amazing that there hasn't been one in the back of the net. Both these teams just kind of booming the ball back and forth here as Zach gonna try and get a nice clear. He does. Maybe gonna go off the wall here for it.
Oh.
Finds a touch. Beats around one. Bean Chalupa is the last man back who hits it into his own corner, but not the best bounce from. This one is bouncing into the midfield. Sensory tries to put a shot on net, but not enough power on that one to send it in. Real Robo now tries to bang that off of the corner, but ends up taking one, and Bean Chalupa finds the first goal here of game number 1, and I'm getting a party destroyed because of a connection error. Hopefully,
I'm not getting that so far. Hopefully we're gonna stick with it though. But what a intentional or not, that fake there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Just let his teammate have the ball was quite great. It was awesome to see. I'm sure we're both accustomed to those unintentional fakes, and
yes, sir.
it's incredible how often they tend to work. Oh, the double tap! Oh, Bean Chalupa trying to. Again, he took my comment about Div A personally. Maybe he's trying both teams are just peppering the nets with crazy shots coming out of Div D. This is awesome to see. I'm loving this so far, Whirl.
Yeah, I mean, being one player that I want to spotlight already here in game number 1 is Bean Chalupa. I mean, he made a great playoff run with his team. I think he was the 8th seed, so he was the last seed in Division D last semester going into playoffs. But they make one of the crazy Cinderella runs, pretty much the only Cinderella run in all of DCRL. And they make LAN as the 8th seed, so they upset quite a few teams to make it there. And one of those star players was Bean Chalupa, and already here in game number 1 of a week 2 of DCRL, I mean, he's looking absolutely fantastic. Ooh. As Real Robo, the reigning Division D champion, gets the second here for Hardstuck. And you can see Bean Chalupa, he's hype in the cams, which you absolutely love to see here. Hardstuck looking good here in game number 1.
Real Robo looking to prove himself with just amazing, what is that, 100 No, not 100% goal participation, but still just an incredible offensive force. I'm going to correct you too there, Whirl. There's been one other Cinderella run that I know of.
I'm saying last season.
Last season. Okay, in that case.
Last season.
I was about to highlight my boys Lorem Ipsum. You can never forget about them.
You can't forget about those. Throughout history, there have been a lot, but.
And while we were just, talking about that, Drewski making a combined team hat trick there for game number 1. This has been a sort of a almost quiet dominance from Hardstuck. I say quiet dominance. They've just been like shooting constantly, but every single goal has just kind of gone in, and all of a sudden there's less than 30 seconds left for Blueberries to do anything at all to score 3 goals.
I think it's just this. I was just gonna say, I think it's just this pure speed that this Hardstuck team has brought to this field right now. Blueberries just can't keep up to this. I mean, if Hardstuck get their 4th goal here, I mean, there's only 14 seconds to go. So far, they are looking dominant. But it is not to say that Blueberries haven't had chances. They definitely have. It's just the difference has been that Hardstuck has been able to finish, whereas Blueberries haven't been able to make anything of their opportunities yet.
Yeah, the thing is, Blueberries are, there's a lot of just shots coming out from each team, But what I'm seeing from Hardstuck is a lot more just offensive pressure instead of just pure trying to get something on net, which is what Blueberries have been showing. It totally doesn't mean that they can't do that offensive pressure. If they're putting shots on net, that means they can do something. But we're going to have to see them be a little more strict on rotations, try and just hit the ball as fast as they can, try and get Hardstuck Inc. out of, like, in uncomfortable situations, just so they can, you know, score more goals, win more games.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little worried there. I know you guys can't see it on your guys' screen, but I got like a reconnect to Rocket League message on my Rocket League client here. So it looks like maybe everybody is still ready and can still ready up and stuff. But GD
So
Complex,
on my end.
I mean, GD Complex and Zach not readying up yet. We need to keep this one going, boys. We need to keep this one going.
I understand the team hype talk, but come on, maybe not this time.
Oh man, I don't even know if they know.
Any moment now.
I don't know if they know what's like looming over their heads right now. I mean, there is a possibility that we cannot finish this series. So
do you know do you happen to know the moon from what was it? Majora's Mask? You know that?
I do not.
It's just like it.
I do not.
It's just in Majora's Mask. There's a big old moon with like a scary face that's just like crashing down on the world. Feels like what's going on right now.
Yeah, and they don't even realize it yet. I mean, that's probably the hard part. But finally, they wait out the entire minute in the pre-game lobby, and we're ready to get into game number 2 now. I need to fix up the overlay here. Hardstuck won a game. But, I mean, again, both teams in game number 1 showing great presence so far, but I wouldn't write off Blueberries yet. Like I said, they have good opportunities. If they can just start finishing them, they'll have a lot better chance of taking some games here.
Yeah, you can totally see what I mean in that first play at the beginning. GD Complex with just an amazing, just laser of a pass downfield to neither of his teammates. And I mean, as soon as Blueberries can figure out that just if they can have all 3 people ready to shoot at any given time instead of just sending one each time, they're gonna have some great success here. That was also a great save by GD Complex, just flying across the net.
Now Bean Chalupa out of his own end. Gonna try and keep this one going as Real Robo gets a nice pinch, actually. Might be able to get another touch on it, and he does. Beats out 2 Blueberries members there. Would have been devastating if that was on net for Blueberries. This one is falling in front. Bean Chalupa trying to go for a crazy doomsy there. Not able to find the touch, though. Sensory gonna carry this one out of his own end. Real Robo, though, with a great challenge off the wall. Bean Chalupa was there for the shot, but a great save by the captain, GD Complex, to keep that one out of his own net.
You know, we were talking about the league leading in shots per game. You know, maybe Blueberries wanted to start leading in saves per game. That was what, like 4 saved shots on net in about 20 seconds as Real Robo finally finds one in. Great way
It reminded me of the Scott Sterling video where it's just shot after shot, just lasering off this guy's face, and it's just saving everything. But
Blueberries with just bloody noses all around, like a couple broken bones.
Yeah,
still fighting it as best they can.
What a great passing play and a great redirect from Bean Chalupa. Look at this pass come off the sidewall here. Looks like Drewski gets a touch into the midfield.
Wow.
Perfectly positioned by Bean Chalupa. And this is a Division D team. This was not happening last semester.
This is crazy.
What is going on right now?
This is Div D is blowing my mind right now, because I swear, you could show me this game without telling me which division it was. I would think it's like
at least
high Div C, low Div B, honestly.
At least.
This isn't even gassing either team up. I would legitimately think that.
I mean, both these teams are just playing with such a high speed, so it's pretty easy to see that, you know? I don't know.
Great speed, great shots, too. Like, look at the offensive, just powerhouse duo of Bean Chalupa, Drewski, and Real Robo there. I'm not even going to say duo, because it's been all 3 of them.
It really has.
They've been finding amazing passes to each other, which is kind of, at least if you ask me, been the decider, but GD Complex wanting to prove me wrong. That was actually a great way to find that open net. There was not much space there. Manages to score the first goal for Blueberries. Yeah, hopefully for them, not their last.
I was going to say, is that the first goal of the series, I do believe, for Blueberries. So, like I said, maybe it opens up the floodgates. Once you get that first one out of the way, it does help your mental a little bit. Another opportunity here for GD Complex. I think he was maybe trying to get a shot, potentially, but ends up placing that one wide. Zach, now, out of his own corner, not able to read that bounce as Bean Chalupa gets this one midfield, and Drewski was reading that one all the way, but even better played by that Blueberries defense there. Real Robo with a great cutoff there, and would have been a great opportunity for GD Complex, but now Bean Chalupa getting this one midfield. Drewski might be there for the shot, and he is, but a beautiful save there by Blueberries. I'm not sure who that was, but 2 minutes and 19 to go, and Blueberries finally starting to get some traction here in game number 2.
They're having some great saves out here, Whirl. Something I'm also noticing, just like the fact that Blueberries have been stuck in their own half for so long is a great testament to Hardstuck Inc. And just, you know, they've had masterful offensive rotation. I don't even think that's an exaggeration of a word to say. Mastery coming out of it, because, you know, this is Div D. I wouldn't really expect there to be constant pressure on the ball in offense, but this is what I'm seeing out of them. So yeah. It's pretty scary if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it is almost masterful. It seems like whenever they're on offense, it's like constant pressure. They're like a bunch of bees attacking, like in perfect succession too. They're perfectly timing their strikes. I mean, just one after another, pretty relentless here. And again, Real Robo with a beautiful 50 there off on GD Complex, able to keep this one in. And this midfield presence, I mean, it's all because of those good rotations from Hardstuck right now. They're just able to maintain this ball in this blue half for what seems like hours on end right now. And again, we're seeing a perfect example of it right now.
After this series, I would love to go up into the ball chasing replays and just see how much time the ball spent in the blue half, because it's got to be like, what, probably 70% or something.
I would say something close to that, like genuinely.
Some awesome rotations, but Blueberries have had a couple looks on net, as we just saw. They found their way into the orange half. As soon as they start being able to capitalize on those opportunities, I can totally see them making a great run here. Just gotta start doing that.
Yeah, GD Complex, a little awkward off of his own sidewall here. Sensory gonna try and get one midfield, 49 seconds to go. Blueberries need something here to try and walk away with this one without letting Hardstuck progress to match point already. I mean, Blueberries, they hadn't lost a game, Ali. They hadn't lost a game yet. And
yeah, you're right, they had
Hardstuck are bringing it to these guys right now.
Yeah, keep in mind, Hardstuck, in terms of just winning percentage, easily the underdogs in this series. And they're here to show that, you know, maybe Blueberries aren't all their results talk about, or maybe they're better than their results talk about, because I'm seeing so many great rotations from Hardstuck. It's almost unbelievable to me that this is a Division D team.
Yeah, we're sounding like a broken record at this point, but it's
we're sounding like a broken record, but like
it's the only thing I can think about. It's crazy.
Wait, can it score one?
Man.
Yeah, no. What a dominant win again from Hardstuck Inc. Looking for a new server here.
Dude, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it.
I'm unsure. Supposed to be maintenance at 8. I'm scared we don't get back in.
Looks like they're all ready regardless. They might be understanding of that.
Maybe.
So
I'll let them give it a second to respond here. Let them see what they think. But, I mean, again, just going back to how dominant Hardstuck has been. Dude, Ali, I was not expecting this at all. Like, genuinely,
right. Yeah, no, totally.
Not expecting this. I wasn't,
did not foresee this. Blown me away. I think Hardstuck Inc. on average have had more shots on net than 8.0 average. So, like, it's starting to make me think that their very first series, they were shooting low, like low in percentage-wise, which I think that's a great testament to just how well they were rotating on offense. Everyone was there. Like, the moment one player challenged, there was another to back him right up. It just made it almost impossible to leave the blue half.
I agree, but ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to go straight into game number 3. They did ask for a new server, but like I said, there is that maintenance happening at 8, and I'm very scared that we just wouldn't be able to continue the series if they do close down. But going into game number 3 here, Blueberries looking to try and answer back here. They're going to have to reverse sweep now in order to take this series. They've had success in week number 1, so it's not to say that it's not possible, but right now it's just been all Hardstuck, as they have a great opportunity there, and maybe an open net, but maybe I might have seen someone get bumped there, keeping that one out of the way 30 seconds into game number 3.
What I want to do, I want to sell you Zach H7's save there. He redirected the ball just a little bit to the side off the bounce of the backboard, which completely took away like 2 players' shots. Great defense coming out from Blueberries. This entire series, really. Their shots don't really suggest it, but they've had some amazing saves so far.
Right, and Sensory has a good opportunity there, but ends up placing that one wide left. GD Complex comes in flying with the 50 on Real Robo, but Bean Chalupa now has some space. Oh my gosh, Bean Chalupa going for the ceiling shot, attempts it, and not able to connect. But the fact that we are seeing a ceiling shot in Division D is crazy to me.
This is awesome. This might be like, admittedly, I'm not the most well-versed. Unfortunate touch from Sensory. I was about to say, I'm not the most well-versed in Div D, but this might be a Pound Town versus Rob's Croc situation, but just on the lowest division. Seriously, it's so high level. I'm so excited to see it, but you know, those goal line saves are harder than you think. I'm sure we've all done those saves since. Every time.
Yeah, no, everybody, if anybody here has played Rocket League, they've done the exact same thing before. So, Blueberries need to try and look back here. Good opportunity here for Zach H7, and he gets his first of the series here, and ties it up 1-1, gets back that own goal, and able to create some hope here for Blueberries going into Game 3.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about how the ball has never left the blue half, but the times that's been on the orange half, usually we'll see a goal come out of him as one almost goes on. Drewski needing to clear this out. Great little air dribble pre-touch. What the heck? But still, Blueberries showing a little bit of offensive pressure. I'm loving to see this out of them. And frankly, they need it. They're hoping to win this series. They need a reverse sweep now, like you said. Just trying to mount the pressure now. This is getting a bit scary for Hardstuck to try and make a good opportunity on.
Man, oh man, Bean Chalupa with a great settle in the midfield, or just a great cut there. I don't think Zach was quite expecting that one. Even though if he would have challenged that, I mean, I think he would have made contact perfectly, but I think he was expecting a flick or something, or a cut from Bean Chalupa, but just well played from the captain, Bean Chalupa, to create that opportunity and be able to finish on it. Beautiful stuff coming from him to get some back, gets a Hardstuck incorporated back in that winning column. Get a 1-goal lead here. 2.5 minutes left to go here in game number 3. Only halfway through. A good opportunity for Sensory, but a great save from Bean Chalupa. Looks like GD Complex going to pop this one midfield for Zach. Zach does get a nice touch, but Real Robo, as the last man in defense there, Sensory had a good shot opportunity, but backflips on the shot there, not able to get it. And it's stuff like that, Ali, that I think has really just been killing this Blueberries team here.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The moment they try and start to get some offensive pressure, it just seems that, like, those tiny little mistakes, frankly, like, they're very, I can't speak. I just had a stroke. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
The tiny little mistakes that they're making are just completely stopping their momentum. And I think the moment that they can realize, wait, a small backflip, just back up my teammate and keep the pressure going and we'll score goals, it's got to work for them, and it's got to work pretty fast as 2 minutes are remaining. And Blueberries are needing to score 2 more goals to even keep their hope in this series alive.
Yeah, but GD Complex there. I mean, Bean Chalupa almost with a crazy goal there. I see Zach getting a nice bump there on Real Robo. And like you said, it's these small mistakes that are really just screwing up this team right now, as GD Complex definitely scratching his head a little bit after that one. Kind of pops it perfectly. I mean, it's just those weird timing situations with your teammates. GD Complex trying to just pop that one around maybe the defender there, but ends up getting it around his own teammate as well. And Hardstuck capitalized perfectly. Go up 4-1 here, minute and 53 to go, as GD Complex off of his own backboard trying to make something happen, but Bean Chalupa with a nice beat, but Sensory gets it high. That one's gonna go in, and with that goal, ladies and gentlemen, I do think that makes this one a lot more possible. They needed that one for their mental here.
That was a great speed by Sensory there. The counterattacks that we're seeing from Blueberries are pretty deadly, and I hope that they can start just using that offensive speed, because frankly, there's no faster team in this series so far. It's just been 2 really fast teams going at it.
Yeah, it really has been.
I'm really hoping that Blueberries can just start counterattacking, hitting the ball as hard as they can, getting those clears, because if they can start doing that, You're gonna show they're probably gonna catch Hardstuck off guard. You know, those hard clears are impossible to read well, and if they can start just counterattacking well, start just showing more offensive force, showing more of an offensive presence, they're gonna score more goals. But
oh man,
they got to break out a defense first, and clearly Hardstuck are making that really tough.
What a good touch there by Bean Chalupa. Perfect settle. Pretty much settles it perfectly to himself, and able to get the shot on goal there for the 5th year for Hardstuck. One thing I do want to mention is the fact that Sensory and Zach, it's their first time on stream, right? They're new to DCRL. I have to wonder, there's something we haven't talked too much about in DCRL. Almost another goal there for Hardstuck. This season is the fact that there is stream nerves, right? I mean, it's the first time for a lot of these teams being on stream. One thing I will mention is that Bean Chalupa and Real Robo, they both made it to LAN last semester. They know what it's like to perform when every ounce of pressure is on them, and that one just might go in for Zach as he gets his 2nd here and bring it back within 2 goals here, 39 seconds. But what I want to finish saying here is the fact that Bean Chalupa and Real Robo, they're almost veterans at this point, right? They've performed when it matters the most, whereas the GD Complex's team, they're a little bit more fresh, right? You know, Sensory and Zach, they haven't been under this pressure before, and we've seen it here. I mean, we saw it week 1. I think Blueberries has what it takes to be a top tier team in Div D, but the stream nerves or something might just be getting to them.
That's totally. You say that, I wasn't really considering that, but now that you say that, that makes 100% sense. With just the small little mistakes that they're making, that could totally be chalked up to stream nerves, and I don't think Blueberries are. This is looking like a sweep of a series, but I don't think Blueberries have played poorly at all. They definitely got the speed. They definitely have the potential to be an absurdly dangerous team. You know, they swept in week 1, and they've shown some great looks from each other, but unfortunately, they just weren't able to make it work in this first stream that they were on.
Yeah, I mean, it looked pretty good all the way around from both of these teams, but all around, I mean, a very well played series from Hardstuck. It was pretty dominant. You know, all around the board for these guys, but I mean, again, Hardstuck just completely dominant through this whole thing. But we're gonna send it over to orange winner screen here and try and get them on an interview. One good thing about being having it be a 3-0 is the fact that it kind of eliminates the opportunity for the Rocket League servers to kind of screw over the series. Right. So I mean, there is that. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get them in here. I'm gonna have to send them a DM. I don't know if they know to join. I mean, Real Robo should know. Bro was like perfect through the regular season. He's been here a couple times.
He's had so many winners interviews. Get him on here again. He knows what to do.
Yeah. Oh man. But man, I don't know. Who is your out of curiosity? Who's your MVP on this Hardstuck team for that match? Just out of curiosity.
Ooh. That's a good one. I think it's probably going to be, Bean Chalupa. I think all of them were passing great. They had awesome opportunities to just give each other the ball and have that presence. But Bean Chalupa, man, he was trying to clip on him so hard. He was so mechanical on that pitch. I'd say the most mechanical. So
yeah, it is great. MVP. Oh, someone just left. I'm not exactly sure who that was.
We're almost there.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know if he knows that he disconnected. Is it Drewski? That's the last guy that we're missing here.
Yeah, he's only on his phone.
Okay.
Oh no.
He looks a little bit confused. I can see him on cams, so that's kind of funny. But I don't think he knows that he's not in VC yet. He's kind of looking confused. I saw that was kind of funny. But yeah, we'll wait while we're waiting for him to hopefully join back. Huge congratulations on a dominant series. I mean, right out of the gate, we mentioned it right out of the gate. You guys were like a bunch of raging bulls. It's like you open up the gates and you guys just all stampede out. And right from the bat, it was just high speed play pretty much the whole entire time. But well played from you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the captain, Bean Chalupa. I mean, both Ali and I are in agreement that you were pretty much the MVP of that one, in my opinion. You were doing so much for your team. I mean, creating opportunities, finishing opportunities. You were slotting everything. You looked deadly tonight. You didn't look like the bean chalupa that I saw last semester. Have you been on your grind a little bit, or is it what's the deal here?
I don't know. I don't know what feels different. Like something changed. I ate something new. I don't know what's going on. I'm on fasting. Maybe that's what it is. I'm fasting now.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just felt really good. I felt a lot of energy, and I like the play style of this team for sure. I can't like be so thankful of a team more, because they match the energy that I like need in a team with the aggression and the comms that we have. That was the biggest thing, having those comms with us, and just being the faster team.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely were. I mean, you guys both brought it, right? I mean, both teams brought it. They had 100% win percentage, last week. They were, they hadn't lost a game yet. They swept last week, and then you guys come in and pretty much stomp on that. So, I mean, Div D is pretty much up for grabs now. I've seen 2 Div D games back to back now, and the last series was, I forget the name, but one of the teams to beat, in my opinion, so far is
Goons, right?
Goons versus 04 Honda Accord.
Yep. But one of the teams to beat, and this is going to become a storyline because I'm going to make it a storyline, is version 2. They've been looking dominant. Both weeks now. But out of the teams that I've seen now, I mean, you guys and Goons look like potentially one of the teams that could bring it to them, and I'm really excited going into that. Allie, do you have any questions for these guys?
I got one. Let's see. Bean Chalupa, you were already asked. I'll ask you this, Robo. Did you have any game plan going into this in terms of, let's say, rotations, offensive rotations? Did you have any sort of idea on how you would do that? Because frankly, it looked so well organized from you guys out in that field. It was hard to believe that we were watching Division D. We probably said that like 18 times through the entire series. So yeah, any plans in terms of how you're going to play?
Well, we're just going to play confident like we have, and then we'll just, I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
Simple enough, I guess, right? Clearly it works.
All right. I have a couple more questions, and I'll get you to talk here. I'm assuming you're here, Drewski. I don't know can you hear me? Are you alive?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, word. Okay. Your camera's not alive, but you're in the VC, so that's all that really matters. But as the third member of this team, I mean, you're also new to DCRL. What's it been like playing with these guys so far, especially here in week number 2? I mean, it looks promising for you guys, but from your POV, what is it looking like from you? What's it like in your first season of DCRL?
Pretty good. I actually never really played threes before, so first game, trying to learn rotations and just trying to, rotate correctly, not be in the way. Just kind of clean up fit in where I can, help out where I need to.
Yeah, I mean, Allie and I mean, maybe you were about to say this too, Allie, but I mean, your guys' rotations were on point. Like, genuinely, like, your guys' rotations, it was constant pressure on offense, and it was largely due to those rotations that you just talked about. I mean, it was perfect. I mean, genuinely, your pressure was just relentless, and it was beautiful to see. One last question from me personally is gonna be kind of for the whole team, but more for the 2 guys that made LAN last semester, Bean Chalupa and Real Robo. What does having that experience and having that that experience of being on LAN, performing when the pressure is on you the most, does that help you guys? Because one thing that we think maybe happened with this Blueberries team is, a couple of those guys are green, right? They're new to the league. They haven't been on stream before. Maybe that was affecting them a little bit. But what does that experience give you guys as a team, that veteran kind of experience, but with being on LAN?
Yeah, no, I would say, like me and Robo were talking about this before on our first game. We love being on stream. We love performing, and we love doing the things on stream. Because I feel like the pressure gives us more of a confidence to do more things. And just naturally in myself, I am a performer, I'm a singer, and I was like made for like people to like watch me, kind of. That's like how I would best word it. But with that experience in DCRL, it's like there was a lot of pressure, but I don't know. It's just, I feel a sort of calmness sometimes on stream. I don't know why.
Some people are like that. I mean, some people, it's like the opposite, right? Where it's like they get all nervous, they're performing worse, stuff like that. But I mean, for you to have that trait, that's amazing. You absolutely love that, because when you're playing on LAN, every game is streamed, and that's where it's going to matter most. So to have that is absolutely amazing. So love that. Allie, you got any questions? Last question for these guys? Or any statements even?
Mind,
but
I guess. Sorry, my mind's blanking right now. I got nothing else. You guys played incredible. Seriously.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Had me fooled. It was DIV B.
Yeah, we were talking, like, one thing before we go. It's like it's like if you threw this game in front of me without names or anything, right? I would not have said that was Division D. I mean, the difference from last semester to this semester, absolutely crazy to see. I mean, both, not only from you guys, but also from, Blueberries. I mean, they at some points in time, they were matching your speed, and it was fun to watch. It was genuinely fun to watch. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and end off this interview. Thank you guys for being so helpful, joining early, stuff like that, to try and push us along. Really appreciate it. But good luck with the rest of your season, May.
Alrighty, thank you.
Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for that series. Well played, from all these guys. But seriously, like I just said, I cannot believe that was Division D that we just watched, Allie.
Right? Like, an insanely dominant performance from Hardstuck Inc. And they're going to give, I think, most other Div D teams a run for their money. Really, they will. I think it's pretty evident that experience and the mechanics that they have, all three of those players are playing very mechanical. It's going to be a force to be reckoned with. They're going to be pretty scary to any other Div D team. I'm looking to see how they do. If they make it to LAN, clearly they have an advantage, like what Bean Chalupa said. So
yeah,
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, some teams have the stream nerves, like whatever you want to call it, but this team seems to have the stream buff. So
Totally.
it's kind of one of those rarer traits to have, in my opinion, within a team. But I mean, that's pretty much all I got for you guys here tonight. Again, just 2 quick back-to-back Division D series. We did have a Division C matchup earlier in the day at 5 p.m. So a couple streams here today. We're getting pretty close. I'm happy to announce that we're getting pretty close to having 100% of every team be on stream after 2 weeks. 2 weeks, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but we've been smashing it out of the park with all the streams and stuff like that. And it makes me genuinely so happy to see, because there was one team after last season that hadn't been on stream at all. After the whole season, they hadn't been on stream once. And so to be this close to being, having everybody on stream in week 2, it makes me so happy to see that, we're putting in the work and we're making all the content for you guys. So all right.
Totally. I was just gonna say,
what were you gonna say?
Week 1, weren't there like 2 matchups in general that weren't streamed or something crazy like that?
Yeah, I think there was like 2 or 3 total series.
I didn't
but
mean to leave the. I'm sorry, I turned my camera off.
It's okay. We're all good. Oh, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. My fault.
It's all good. But anyways, like I said, that's gonna pretty much do it here tonight. Allie, do you have any closing remarks here before we do end this one off? Otherwise, I'm gonna say peace.
The only closing remark is that the general skill level of DCRL is rising so high.
It is.
I'm terrified being in Division B even,
Yeah, it really is. We saw it here tonight. Like we said, I'm a broken record, but genuinely, I'm just so impressed with how everybody played tonight. Everybody showed great promise, and I'm really excited to see how this Division D progresses throughout the rest of the season. So, anyways, that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for, a couple follows and stuff like that. Might have been some subs. Hopefully I didn't miss any, but other than that is going to do it. I don't think there's any other games on the schedule. There might be another couple games tomorrow.
I think there's a Division A game later tonight, but I doubt that's going to be streamed, right?
Probably. I think there was supposed to be a Division A game tonight.
Oh,
I
did it get rescheduled?
I think it got rescheduled. So that maybe will be on Sunday. We will see. But other than that, I think we're pretty much, it's going to be a quiet weekend when everybody got their stuff done nice and early, which is awesome. So, okay. That's going to be about it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you have, notifications on and stuff like that. Get notified when we do come back for some more Dakota Collegiate Rocket League action. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and send it off. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and see you next time.
See ya.